everyone, welcome back. Today we're going to be doing Thursday's Give Me 5 for page number 3. Okay, the first column is round to the underlined place. Well, the number that they're giving us is 49,718. 49,718. And that place value that is underlined for us already is the hundreds place. The hundreds place. So they're wanting us to round to the nearest hundred. So this is either going to round to 49,700. That would be rounding down. Or 49,800. That will be rounding up. So I'm going to write that on the whiteboard. I'm going to write down my original number, 49,718. And I'm underlining the number that they had already underlined for us, and that's the hundreds place. So we're either going to round down to 49,700, since that's the nearest hundred, or 49,800, okay? So we're either going to round down to 49,700 or round up to 49,800. Now, if you tuned in to my last video when we were going over yesterday's Give Me 5, I showed you the steps to follow when you're solving a rounding problem. So 1, underline the place value that they want you to round to. Well, for this Give Me 5, they've already done that for us, and they wanted us to round to the hundreds place value. 2, circle the number to the right of that said place value. So there's the hundreds place, and the number to the right of that number is a 1. So go ahead and circle that 1 on your Give Me 5 if you're following along, okay? Because that number that we circle is going to tell us, okay, are we going to round down or are we going to round up? So, step 3, rounding rule. If that number you're circled is 5 or more, that means you're going to round up. If the number you circle is 4 or less, that means you're going to round down. So our number was 1, and that falls under 4 or less. Let it rest. So that means we're going to round down, and our answer is 49,700. So go ahead and write that on your Give Me 5. Awesome. Okay, the next one, decimal to fraction or fraction to decimal. The fraction is 1/4. Like I said, with these benchmark fractions, I like to think of money, okay? $1 is a whole, okay? And our fraction is 1/4. So what's a coin? What coin, and it has to be the same coin, could we use that if we had 4 of them, it would make $1? What 4 coins can we use to make $1 or a whole? That's right, a quarter. And a quarter is 25 cents. How do we write 25 cents as a decimal? .25. And there's a bunch of ways you could write that. You could put a 0 before it, 2 zeros. When you go into Google Classroom, all those options are accepted. Okay, next column, decimals. For this question, they are wanting you to subtract 4 6/10 minus 2 5/10. Now, we know as 4th graders, we always put the bigger number on top when we're subtracting. And we know that we're going to line up our decimals, because when we line up our decimals, that means all our numbers, no matter what, are in the correct place value. Because if we don't do that, we're going to get the wrong answer. And let's subtract. 6 minus 1 is 5. Drop down your decimal. 4 minus 2 is 2. Your final answer is 2.1, or 2 1/10. Our next question deals with a strip diagram. I want you to take this time now, if you haven't done it already, to label your strip diagram with your parts and your whole. And I want you to come up with a variable. A variable represents the unknown. So I'm just, since my last name starts with an A, that missing part, I'm going to name that A. That's our variable. That's the unknown. And that's what we're going to solve for. So if you tuned in with me yesterday, you know that I said if we have our whole and we're missing a part, we're going to subtract. So we're going to subtract 1,500 minus 989. And I'm going to do this on the whiteboard because we're going to be subtracting across zeros again. Okay, so the problem was 1,500 minus 989. Bam. Okay. Let's go ahead and start in the ones place since that's the smallest place value that we have for this problem. 0 minus 9. We know we can't do that, so we have to go to our neighbor. Our neighbor doesn't have any either, so we're going to have to go to our next door neighbor. 5. The 5 has some to share. So the 5 is going to give us 1, and we're going to give it to that next door neighbor. That makes it a 10. You see that? And this becomes a 4. Sorry, that's a funky looking 4, but we'll work with it, okay? Now, this 0 still needs some. So we're going to give 1. That makes it a 9, and this becomes a 10. So the numbers that you should have on top is 10, 9, and 4. Okay? We're done regrouping for now. Okay? So 10 minus 9 is 1. 9 minus 8 is 1. Can I give Jackson 9 pieces of candy if I only have 4? No. So he's going to go to the next door neighbor. That makes it a 14. 14 minus 9 is 5. Your final answer is 511. And if you need to rewind that and pause, if you need to go over that again, you can. And then our last column, oh, I'm sorry, I'm skipping ahead. So for that last problem, I would say A equals 511. And then for the Google Forms, boys and girls, just put the number 511. Okay, and then we have our basic multiplication facts. 6 times 6 is 36. 7 times 7 is 49. 8 times 8 is 64. All right, well that concludes Thursday's Give Me 5 for page number 3. If you have any questions, make sure you ask them in the Google form or on Google Classroom, or shoot me a remind, and I will get back to you as soon as I can. Thank you for tuning in. Have a great day.